Earlier in the week you were asked about Jamie Vardy. You would have been irked that he'd broken that record of yours. Is he forgiven already?
Has he been?
Yeah, given his contribution on Tuesday night, is he already forgiven for breaking that record of yours?
Well, no, I said that he has to break the record again to that I'll be able to forgive him about. So he's got 12 more games to 11 more games to go.
You retired at 35. He will turn 38 in January. How difficult is it as a forward, as you get a little bit older, to try and tweak your game, change aspects of it to ensure that you're still effective?
Yeah, correct. I was just turning 36 in July 2012 when I played my last game. Of course, it's a process that's slow, thank God. From your early start of your career to the mid-block towards the end, where you constantly evolve into the player that you are and becoming. So it's not something that one day on the other you have to start to think about these things. It's something where it goes through the years and of your playing career. And I think that Jamie is adapting really well to that. Not now, but also the previous years. And with the game intelligence that he has and knowing where he has to be at what time. And that timing is key. You saw that in the run that he made in the first goal, and you see that also in training that the timing of his run is sometimes so good that the one on the ball just missed it. So it's something that he won't lose. He will never lose. But of course there are aspects of the game that you are adjusting, and he's also doing that.
And as a player, you would have played with those who always seem to deliver on the big occasion. And from a Leicester perspective, that always seems to be Jamie Vardy. I know in your programme notes, like you asked for fight, and he has that fight and that knack of coming up for his team just when they need it, which is what you need in the position you're in.
Definitely, and I think that was the aspect of the game and the performance of that the team put in that I was most happy with. That you saw a fire, a desire in every player, in the mindset, in focus, but also in the physical appliance to the game and how much they fought for each other. And also the subs that came on had a really good impact, and that's our foundation forward. And from there on, this week we started also the Tuesday game. Like I said before the game, I started with some little changes, not too quick, but yes, some changes made that are picked up quite well. Looked back on it, trained more on it this week, and then on top of that foundation, you start to create a footballing vision for the squad, and that we're working together on, and improvement, and that combination that can make a team better.
You've got Brighton on Sunday. After that, it's a really tricky run of fixtures: Liverpool, Manchester City, Aston Villa, Newcastle, all before the FA Cup third round. Again, from someone who's played at the highest level, is that something that gets the juices flowing, that sort of opportunity?
To be fair, and I ask that also on the players, that it's about preparing and performing, and it's on a daily basis, and of course we know the program, we know what's coming and what awaits us on Sunday, and all the games after. But I think to be at your best Sunday, we're thinking Sunday, and focus on that one. Take each game at a time. And that we're playing some big teams, some good teams in a short term. We'll focus on that each game at a time.
Thanks, Ruud.
Thank you.
Hello there.
Hi.
You spoke globally about Patson Daka and the contribution he made. How pleased are you to see him back in goal-scoring form after all the problems he's had with injuries?
Yeah.
And what can he bring to this team going forward?
Exactly what he showed on Tuesday. I think you saw his core quality there. Two actually, pressing off the ball, the way he presses the opponent with the intensity that he does, and that makes it easier for the people behind him to follow up and get into duels. That helps the team a lot, and also you can see that The goal he scored, where he knows and the pace he has, that he can time those runs in behind defenses and hurt them. So I was very pleased to see his performance. Yeah, he did really well.
And what role do some of the younger players have to play in the weeks ahead? People like El Khanous, who made an impact with an assist and a goal.
Yeah, the squad is key in this. I also mentioned that today in a team meeting, that the Premier League is so intense, it's so tough, that we need all the players and everybody involved and ready to help. I think the mindset is there, with the busy schedule coming up as well. Everybody realizing, starting or coming off the bench, ready to perform and help the team. I like that about this squad.
If you need to go to the transfer market, have you been given reassurances that there is cash to spend?
There were conversations about that in those two conversations that we had in London before I signed. I spoke about that in the winter window and also towards the summer. We also said at the same time that there's no rush to do things. I agree with that, because I think the squad that there is now is getting all the chances and possibilities to prove themselves over this month, which is a great month to go and work together and play together. And there's time after that to make a good assessment with. Then I know the players, seen it with my own eyes, and we can make decision in January.
Hi, Ruud. Just on the January transfer window, I know you said you spoke there. Is there going to be funds to spend if you find the right player for the right price?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at your squad availability ahead of the game this weekend, any fresh injuries in the squad at all?
No. The squad from Tuesday is available. Was available today to train. Obviously, there's tomorrow's session that's leading into the game. Odson was part fully of team training today. He was back on the pitch. So that's in addition to the Tuesday squad. Other than that, we don't expect any changes for Sunday.
So still too early for Harry Winks?
Harry was outside today with the physios training separately, so he's progressing well. But not yet into team training.
You spoke to Rob about the game against West Ham and the conceding of the chances in particular. How do you better adapt this side to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah, there's obviously attempts and there's chances. So thank God there weren't 30 chances. So it's 30 attempts, and we looked at the attempts, and some are absolutely no chances. So, but you look at the expected goals. That was 3 for West Ham. So that was a lot. And you have to look at that. Those moments particularly. It's not a blocked shot from a difficult angle, but it's more when do we get open? At what moments are those bigger chances occurring? And most of the time, the way I see it is that when we are in a better shape with the back line and the midfield. As I said before, the 4-4-2 shape is our defensive foundation, but it's still a matter of coordinating that covers and shifting instead of following the man, for example, where players have to get some adjustment. But this was a good week to work on. Hopefully we can show some improvement on Sunday.
You spoke in your first press conference about the staff at the football club. How is the search going, I guess, to bring in the people that you need around you to add to the staff that are already here?
Yeah, similar story than the squad and the transfer window in January. I'm very open to start working together with the people that are here, which we did and which is going really well. There's obviously the possibility for me to take some of my own people that I can work with. One of them is here, goalkeeper coach Jelle Terouwelaar, and but there won't be massive changes in that. We're talking 1 or 2 people, and which we can add and help with the current people here. I think we're going to have a good group of people working together as coaching staff.
In the youth coaching staff, Andy King is now taking over as the under-18s assistant coach. He obviously a massive club legend as well. How important is it to have people like him around the football club?
It's vital to have people who know the club. DNA, of course, you talk about. It's so important to have that in your club. That is the heart of a club, and that's important. I was happy to hear that he's here. We haven't met yet, but I saw him around. We have to speak. It reminds me of when I started doing the same start, the course to start your coaching degrees and getting integrated in this world as a former player. So I'm looking forward to chat with him and help him wherever I can, and of course learn from him what for him is Leicester City and what it means to him. And for me it's interesting to know that, and that I know that those information I can use of course to manage this club.
I hear you've also met the Birch as well.
Yeah,
he's quite a character.
Yeah, I heard somebody on the hallway, and he announced himself really from far away. So when he got into the office, then yeah, that was the moment I met him, and it was intense and nice, and just pure passion for this football club. So really enjoyed that.
Yeah, just looking ahead to Brighton this weekend, obviously they played last night and you did play on Tuesday. How much of an advantage is that?
Yeah, in the end it's theoretically there's a physical advantage. Of course with the current Premier League squads and also Brighton, top clubs in the Premier League, they have such wide squads, lots of numbers, so they have possibilities to rest and put similar quality players on the pitch. But okay, theoretically we have a slight advantage in the physical part.
Just finally, it's back-to-back home games as well to start your time at Leicester City. How massive would another 3 points be this season, on Sunday for this season, but also to kind of kickstart that momentum for you as Leicester City manager?
Of course, getting results is the main thing. That's what I said. Also in style of play, we spoke about it. The ideal style of play I shared with you, but the approach of winning every game, and that approach is the most important thing. So what does Sunday need for us to win the game and put that performance in? I think it starts with that performance again on Sunday. That's the focus. Those performances, invest in that fight and spirit, and from there on look to improve in certain bits already after one training week. That's my goal. I think that's, if you focus on that, it gives you the best chance of a good result and makes the players perform better. So that will be my approach. But of course, a good result would be very welcome and massive. Thank you.
Charlie. Hi, Johnny. Brighton are off to their best ever Premier League start. They're managed by a man who I think was 8 when you made your Manchester United debut. How impressed have you been by what he's been able to do as Brighton manager so far this season, and how stern of a test will Sunday be?
It's clear how they are performing. Brighton, where they are in the league, how many points they already have, the way they're playing. They've been beating. They had some excellent results against also the top clubs. So impressive the way they are playing, the way the new manager settled in and got off on a flying start. So fantastic performance, from the club, the squad, and also the manager and the coaching staff.
I had a little look at a video earlier on today. where you were playing for United at the time, and you had a group of 4 or 5 of the youth team players come over, and one of the 5 was Danny Welbeck, and you're giving him advice and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that day you'll remember. I'm sure he remembers.
I do as well.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you remember from that day?
Well, I remember that we did some sessions with the academy kids, and at the time, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was also filmed, so I've seen the clips as well. I've seen it back. So it were great afternoons where we just went out with a coach, René Mulestein it was at the time, to do some drills with the younger kids. And of course, then you get to know these academy kids and starting to follow them, and obviously see where they are going and ending up. And of course, with Welbeck, it was, he's got off to a great career. And with United, when we played Brighton, I saw him, and I will say hello to him on Sunday as well.
The talk is he will be fit. He's enjoying a great season of his career at the age that he is now. How impressed have you been? How careful will you have to be of him on Sunday? Yeah,
very. He's clever. The experience that he brings. He's a very intelligent player. He's calm. He's composed. He's very complete in his hold-up play, in his runs off the ball. Also calm in his finishes. In the box, he's strong. He's a strong player with strong movement in the area with crosses. So it's one to look at.
Thanks for your time. Good luck, Sunday.